The cascades within the scenic area also worth visiting. Bifeng Gorge's best features are its falling waters and lush forests, and walking along the trails, you might just find yourself very quickly losing track of time.
So I've got my camera at the ready. We're inside Bifeng Gorge, the nature reserve inside, and we're off to see the carnivorous animals. We've got this van here that have little holes for you to put food through. So hopefully this is going to protect us. It feels like a prison, but I think we're going to be safe inside. Just don't put your hand through this hole. Remember that, remember. Do you know, we've not had lunch yet, so this is looking very tasty to me. Oh, no, we'll save it for the lions now. Come on. You've got a longer tongue than that. Oh, that was incredible. You guys have to do this when you come here.
It was exhilarating to feed the tigers and moon bears, and sitting there in the car, you're so close to them that you'll even feel the mud from their paws getting spattered onto your face. Just remember not to wave their food around and agitate them, as they can push your van over and try to get more than just a snack on a skewer. Gruesome endings aside, the next part of the zoo gives visitors the best opportunity to get up close and personal with its animals.
So we've arrived at the Birds Garden of Bifeng Gorge. Let's go inside.
Essentially a huge aviary enclosed by a mesh ceiling. It's a paradise for bird lovers and a great place for people of all ages to come. While I'm no expert, my limited knowledge of avian kind tells me there were cranes, cormorants, pelicans, herons and swans, to name but a few.
If you look at his eyes, he's got really clear black eyes and then this kind of red crest on top. It's really beautiful. There we go.
Feeding the birds is a great way to interact with them, and best of all, I got to do it without the nagging fear of losing a finger to ferocious carnivores.
哎，你好，我买一个这个。好，谢谢。So this might look like it's for babies, but actually it's not. It's fish feed, and for around 5 RMB or so, you can feed it to them through this bottle, which, yeah, probably not for humans. It's a bit like feeding a baby, except slightly more vicious. I'm not a father, but it's giving you preparation for later in life.
走了，看熊猫去了。
小朋友一块来，一块来。哎呦 ！There you have it. There you have it. He's looking just like a panda, lazily walking about.
Okay, maybe I did get a bit overexcited, but this is one of the best places to see pandas in China. Ya'an's climate and its abundant bamboo forests make for a perfect panda habitat. In fact, the giant panda was actually discovered in Ya'an almost 140 years ago by a French missionary named Armand David. With over 150 giant pandas, including those moved from Wolong, Bifeng Gorge has one of the largest numbers of pandas in captivity in the world. There's even a research institute here to study breeding, and if you're lucky, you might just get to see newborn pandas.
I've been told that these pandas are around 1 or 2 months old, and it's hard to imagine that they're this size now, but they used to be around just the length of my index finger when they were first born, and then they grow into the huge pandas we saw earlier. That's some pretty fast growth.
Having had a long and eventful day at Bifeng Gorge, it was about time for us to finally head back into town.
So over the past few days, we've come to realise why Ya'an's called the rainy city, and also seen some of the lovely ladies Ya'an's famous for. But there's one more thing we mustn't miss before we leave, and that's to try Ya'an's specialty dish. It's fish. Let's go eat.
This particular kind of fish can only be found in the Zhougong River, a branch of the Qingyi River that flows through Ya'an. With its tender and delicate meat, this is Ya'an's signature dish, and mine is coming to me in the form of a fish stew.
Ah, that smells good. 那个，请问为什么上来就给一个鱼头啊？
因为雅鱼头是雅鱼的标志，它的头盖骨里面有一个跟宝剑一样的头果。
这个就是这个宝剑。
有南烧的菜。
哦，哇哦！
很好，这就是从雅鱼头上取出来的宝剑，
好，
没有天然的，没有经过人打做的。
哎，好，
看一下。
好，谢谢。This is the symbol of Ya'an fish. It really does look like a sword, doesn't it? But I'm too hungry, so I'm going to have to dig in. Cheers, guys. Oh, that is good stuff.
Legend has it that the Chinese creation goddess Nuwa accidentally dropped her sword into the river below as she repaired the heavens. Ya'an fish were born from this, and as proof have a perfectly formed blade and sword hilt in their heads.
Would you look at that? That's my special little present from this restaurant. So we've got the Ya'an rain pouring outside, and we're now on our way to Shangri ancient town, which is around a 40-minute drive from Ya'an, and was an important hub on the old tea and horse trail.
Shangri was also the favourite resting spot for people on the southern Silk Road, and the traditional Sichuan architecture here has been lovingly preserved. People come to Shangri to admire the Ming and Qing dynasty houses that line its streets, and to walk along its beautiful old stone bridges. Everywhere you go, you'll bump into art students and photographers trying to capture the essence of Shangri. Locals also come here to relax and socialise over a pot of tea by the riverside. There's a whole plethora of traditional houses turned hostels here that offer guests a taste of what life was like back in the days. And we're going to check out one of the biggest of these old establishments.
Shangri had 5 powerful families, and the Han family were the wealthiest. This was their home, built during the Qing dynasty around 300 years ago, and it has 9 courtyards. Even until today, there are around 100 people living here, 22 families, all of whom are descendants of the Han family.
It's hard to imagine that this family has been here for so long, and the fact that they've managed to keep up this tradition of everyone living under the same roof. What's more, they go about their daily life completely undisturbed by the throngs of tourists outside.
Mind your step now. This huge doorstep, this huge door frame actually represented the level that the Han family had achieved in the imperial court, and also served to deter ordinary folk from coming in. This might just look like an average stone, but this used to be used as a weightlifting tool back in the days, and this is 90 kilograms, but they would lift it up and then turn it horizontal and use it to practice. It's a bit too heavy for my old back. Oh. This is more my level. Many of the Han family's descendants were excellent martial artists, and when one of the descendants obtained the #1 spot in the national martial arts exam, most of Sichuan's officials came together and awarded him this huge plaque you see up there, which is around 200 years old.
After a good workout at the Han abode, I find myself back on the streets of Shangri and in search of something to satisfy my hunger.
I found a local specialty. It's dry smoked ham, and it's hard to the touch and it looks a bit scary, but actually it's meant to be very nice. What they do is they put this above a charcoal fire and they smoke it for maybe, I think this one's probably 2 months or so, even up to a year. And what you can do is dice it and chop it into pieces and stir fry it. It's meant to be very nice, and giant pandas are meant to really like this as well.
Here in Shangri, you can't not pass by the rows of aunties and their steaming pots without wondering what's inside. There's a huge variety of local delicacies on offer here, and I highly recommend giving them all a try.
Oh, this is beautiful. You've got this quaint little bridge with grasses draped over it and the misty mountains in the background.
For me, Shangri has turned out to be quite a gem. If you come here, why not stay a while? And like you would with tea, savour its aroma, let it sink in, and have a taste of what life in Shangri is really like.
Perhaps it's the fresh air or the relaxed pace of life here in Ya'an, but I've only been here for a couple of days and I feel refreshed already. It really is a shame that we have to leave this place, because I would love to stay a bit longer and sample this Ya'an lifestyle. But we still have a very long way to go before we reach Shangri-La. I'm Taran, and I'll see you on the next episode of Travelogue.